Hi, this is Don Mays, and this is another Boyum video. What we're going to be discussing this time will be importing using the UFFI universal function, and at the same time creating customers on the fly, so that if you import a file and the customer does not currently exist, we create one. So the information here, we're going to have in the XML, we're going to have either going to have a card code or we're not going to have a card code. And we're always going to have the customer name. And we're going to use the customer name to create a customer prior to creating the sales order. And we'll show you how this all works. Our objective here is to import XML files using the UFFI and to automatically create a customer if it doesn't already exist. So we need to be able to set up, first of all, in SAP, in our document numbering, business partner customers, a row here called AutoCust. Okay, so basically and it could be called anything, but I've started off here. My next number is going to be 2011, and my prefix is going to be CA. So the next card code that I create in SAP will be CA 2011. So let's look at my UFFI. My UFFI has got a work folder down in here of import UFFI. So I need to go to that directory and see what XML files are currently waiting to be processed. So I've got two of them. And let's look at each one individually. I've got one right in here that has a customer, and it doesn't have a card name because you really don't need it because it's got a card code already. And it's got a ship to code, and it's got several line items. And then I've got a first time customer. There is no card code. There is a card name because we need something to identify who the customer is. So in this case, this card name will do that. If I am missing both of these, card code and card name, the system will come back and say, sorry, you can't do that. Down in the ship to code, I don't have a ship to code, but I've got a ship to address because I need some place to be able to ship the product. I've got the same 3 line items in this one as well. Okay, so now we've got, these are the 2 files that are going to be imported. Back on my sales quotation, I've set up a function button that gets my fix 110. It's sales order and business partner. So it's going to this one right in here. So now if I click this one and wait a second or two, let's go take a look at the sales orders. Okay, the first one is, this is the last one actually, the C32000, it's Honda, and it's got various information, and it's got the 3 line items. It's got the HMAG, which was the ship to location and its address, and then in the opening and closing remarks, I've got the contact information that was in the XML, and then I've got the entire XML right in here too, so that I can look at it when I import it and see if it's got any issues with it. Okay, so that's the first one. Now here is the CA2011, which is a new customer that we just created. It's got an address without a ship to code, and it's got the same line items. And in this case, if I go back to the opening and closing remarks, I got the same contact information because it's essentially the same information. And then I've got the same information. You can see the no card code and the Detroit Piston Manufacturing, and you've got all of the information here to review it. So that's how you basically can go in and create this customer on the fly. And I'll take a look at this customer. I've got a build to address that's been added as I went along because I needed at least a build to address so that all my paperwork for the sales order has an address to go and ship to. And then in the general information, I've stored the telephone number, the email, and in the remarks section, I did the person. So you've got all of the information here that you need to be able to go and work with this customer that was created on the fly from your website or whatever other means that you have of importing orders. All right, so the UFFI that I've shown you will allow you to enter sales orders, import them from XML, and also if there is no customer, allow you to create the customer on the fly. I have numerous UFFI examples, and you can email me or call me, and I can send you the XML from Boyum so that you can implement these yourselves. Thanks for watching this video. If you got any questions, please give me a call. Thanks. Bye.